For centuries, humanity has been fed a single story, that the Great Pyramid of Giza was a silent monument to death, built to house the remains of a fallen pharaoh. But what if that story is nothing more than a carefully crafted myth? As we peel back the layers of history, we find evidence that shatters everything we thought we knew. No mummies, no hieroglyphs, and a level of engineering precision that defies logic. Before we uncover the dark secrets that mainstream history refuses to acknowledge, join our journey into the unknown by subscribing to this channel and hitting the notification bell. By joining us, you become part of a community that dares to question the past and seek the hidden truth. Now, let us step into the shadows of the ancients and ask the question that has been buried for millennia. If the Great Pyramid was never a tomb, what was its true, terrifying purpose?
For centuries, humanity has been fed a single, unshakable story, that the Great Pyramid of Giza was a silent monument to death, built to house the remains of a fallen pharaoh. But what if that story is nothing more than a carefully crafted myth? As we peel back the layers of history, we find evidence that shatters everything we thought we knew. No mummies, no hieroglyphs, and a level of engineering precision that defies logic. Before we uncover the dark secrets that mainstream history refuses to acknowledge, join our journey into the unknown by subscribing to this channel and hitting the notification bell. Behind us, you become part of a community that dares to question the past and seek the hidden truth. Now, let us step into the shadows of the ancients and ask the question that has been buried for millennia. If the Great Pyramid was never a tomb, what was its true, terrifying purpose? NARA. For thousands of years, the world has believed the same story, that the Great Pyramid of Giza was a magnificent tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, a monument to death built by thousands of slaves to usher the king into the afterlife. However, what if I told you that this narrative might be the greatest historical lie ever told? With modern scanning technology and new archaeological discoveries, we are starting to find massive gaps in this tomb theory. No mummy was ever found inside the Great Pyramid. There are no hieroglyphs honoring the king on its walls. And most shockingly, its internal structure looks more like a giant machine than a final resting place. Today, we will uncover the evidence that has been intentionally ignored. We will look beyond these piles of stone and ask, if the pyramid was not a tomb, then what was its true function? Prepare yourself, because the history you learned in school is about to change forever. Let us start with the simplest, yet most disturbing fact. If the Great Pyramid was a tomb, where is the body? When Khalipa first broke into the Great Pyramid in the year 820 AD, he expected treasures and the king's remains. However, he found nothing. The king's chamber was completely empty. There was only one large granite box, referred to as a sarcophagus, but that box had no lid, no decorations, and showed no signs of ever containing a mummy. Mainstream archaeologists claim the tomb was robbed. But think about it. This pyramid had a security system of stone plugs weighing dozens of tons that were still intact when discovered. How could thieves enter, take the mummy, carry away the treasure, and then reseal that narrow gap as if nothing had happened? Then, there is the issue of decoration. In Egypt, a tomb is a sacred place filled with religious texts, prayers, and wall paintings, depicting the pharaoh's journey to the underworld. Look at the Valley of the Kings. The walls are full of color and history, yet, inside the Great Pyramid, there is not a single inscription. The walls are plain, cold, and functional. This is not the aesthetic of a funeral. This is the aesthetic of a technical facility designed for a purpose far more complex than just storing a body. Now, let us talk about its construction. The Great Pyramid consists of 2.3 million stone blocks. Some of them, like the granite blocks in the ceiling of the king's chamber, weigh as much as 80 tons. These blocks were transported from Aswan, which is more than 800 kilometers away. How did people of the Bronze Age, who according to history did not yet know the wheel or iron pulleys, lift such heavy loads to a height of 40 meters with millimeter precision? Precision is the key. The sides of the pyramid are aligned with true north, with an error of only 3/60ths of a degree. This is more accurate than any modern building constructed before the 20th century. Furthermore, the Great Pyramid does not actually have 4 sides. Through aerial photography, with specific lighting, it was revealed that this pyramid has 8 sides. Its surfaces are slightly concave. Such a design is incredibly difficult to build and serves only one technical purpose: to withstand extraordinary structural pressure from within, or to focus wave energy. The question is, what energy were they focusing? This is the part that will change how you view the ancient world. Many independent researchers propose a provocative theory that the Giza pyramid was a massive power plant. The evidence is compelling. Inside the pyramid structure, traces of chemicals like hydrogen chloride and zinc chloride have been found. If these 2 substances react, they can produce hydrogen gas. The pyramid also contains vast amounts of granite, which is rich in quartz crystals. Quartz has piezoelectric properties, meaning it can generate electricity when subjected to pressure or vibration by harnessing the constant vibrations from the flow of the Nile River, which once ran directly beneath the pyramid. This structure could have vibrated and generated massive low-frequency energy. Is it possible our ancestors possessed wireless technology that we only rediscovered in the era of Nikola Tesla? If true, then the pyramid was not a symbol of death, but a source of life and progress for a civilization far more advanced than we ever imagined. So, why hasn't our history changed? Why are we still taught that this was merely the tomb of an ambitious pharaoh? Perhaps because admitting this truth means we must rewrite the entire history of humanity. We must acknowledge that thousands of years ago, there was a civilization with an extraordinary understanding of physics, astronomy, and energy that may have been lost due to a global cataclysm. We often dismiss ancient people as primitive, but their work proves otherwise. They understood the harmony of the earth and the energy of the universe long before we had computers. The Pyramid of Giza stands there, defying time, acting as a silent witness to a forgotten past. It is waiting for us to be brave enough to look beyond dogma and admit that we are not the pinnacle of intelligence on this planet. Perhaps our greatest discovery is not what is inside the pyramid, but the realization that we have misunderstood our own past this entire time. The evidence is right before our eyes, embedded in millions of tons of granite and limestone, waiting to be decoded. So, after seeing all these facts, what do you believe? Was this the final resting place of a king who disappeared without a trace? Or is it the remains of a highly advanced ancient machine that once powered the Egyptian civilization? History is not just a collection of dates and names. History is a mystery waiting to be solved. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe the mainstream theory? Or do you feel there is something much larger being hidden from us all? Don't forget to like and share this video if you feel that history needs to be questioned once again. I will continue to take you on a journey through the dark side of the world that is never discussed in school textbooks. Until next time, where we will continue to dig for the truth behind the veil of time.